Right now, we're going to have Mr. Yomi come and present.
So what he's about to present is actually a service that this platform also used. So basically, in a region like in Nigeria, the contact on ground said, "Oh, Toyin, we need flyers, okay, for Trade with Africa to distribute in Nigeria." Okay, I'm here. What I did was I sent him the digital flyer. They did what they're going to share right now, and it was delivered to that person. Okay, so I really just had to, from a customer experience standpoint, I'm a customer of this service, and that's why I asked them to come share it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Yomi. I'd like to use this opportunity to say thank you to Tony and the entire organizing team, and given the opportunity to speak here. I wasn't actually supposed to be here. Speaking to you. My colleague, the CEO of Printivo, was supposed to be giving the talk, but unfortunately wasn't able to make it here. So this is me doing this thing. By the way, before I go into my talk, the assumption or people's perception of, countries in Africa or areas in Africa, people just, labeling the entire country as a country that, and also just, assuming, Zimbabwe, don't go to Zimbabwe because there's a lot of terrorism there. I had that experience firsthand in April. A friend of mine got married to a Zimbabwean, and I was going to, attend as one of his friends. And I reached out to, I live in Canada, and I have a lot of friends that are based in Canada. And, once I told them, people sent me links, Canada advisory, don't go to Zimbabwe, there's a lot of riot. I had friends in Nigeria, who essentially reached out to me, you gotta be careful, don't go, and things like that. I went there, I had a great time. So anyone, who hears things like that, do your research, talk to people on ground. I spoke with my friend's, girlfriend at the time, now wife, reached out, there's no problem. It's like in Nigeria, you hear about Boko Haram. It's not everywhere. People are doing business, people are making money. It's happening in a small region and, it's being managed and things like that. Just throwing that out there and for people to keep in mind. Just a little about me. Probably the odd one in the room. My background is heavily in technology. I started my career about 9 years ago as a software engineer, and I've gradually moved from steps to step. Now as the tech lead at this company, and I also practice application security, which is a part of information security or cyber security, and that's what I do right now. But I'm here to talk about Printivo. Printivo is an online printing company. We enable prints. We enable people to, get what they want in terms of being creative with their items. And the interesting thing is, printing in Africa is a $9 billion industry. Most times when we share this number, people don't get it. They look, or they just assume, because the way they've labeled Africa, they think we're still backwards digitally and we print everything for every reason. But no, printing is beyond just printing on paper. It includes, our laptops, our devices, our coffee orders, printing labels, putting things like that on them, beyond advertisement and things like that. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in printing in Africa, and there are other companies that do what we do in Africa, but Nigeria is where we started from. We're based out of Nigeria, and the opportunities are limitless. In Nigeria specifically, which is where we operate today, there are 37 million SMEs, and MSMEs in Nigeria. And traditionally, or before we came into the market, the approach, if you wanted something done, printing job done, would be to look for the brick and mortar stores, look for them, stand with them. Sometimes they deliver, sometimes they deliver terrible qualities. An example that, or personal experience of my colleague, Yomi, when he started printing by designing and then contracting things out. If he wanted his items to be done immediately, he would have to go into the store, stay there and be like, you guys should print it right now, and then inspect, the quality and things like that. As Abdul said, the value of trust was non-existent. And then we came in and then, realized there's a problem. And the problem is, how do we connect customers in the industry, people like Toyin, who needs printing products done, or even, including people outside in diaspora, companies like Microsoft, Google. For our needs, we use the cloud infrastructure for storing our data, our application, we host our things online, and for that we use Amazon AWS. I was on the phone with my rep at Amazon about 2 weeks ago. We had to sync on a couple of things. And then, I was like, guys, how do you handle your printing items? The guy was like, they ship it to Nigeria from South Africa. Like, what? You got to patronize us. And then he was like, okay, we'll do this, we'll talk. And then, as a result of problems like this, Printivo was born. Printivo, the goal or the dream is to be able to, service the needs of printing industries or of the printing industry across Africa. And we started one day at a time. Printivo was, birthed by Yomi, who was supposed to be here. And once they validated the idea, realized there are opportunities, they reached out to me, and then, I became the technical partner at the beginning. Over the years, and just to give you some insights into what we've been able to achieve. And before I go into the insights, I want to let everybody know that if you're investing in Africa or you're doing anything in Africa, there's the money to be made. There is a lot of money to be made, but there's also a lot of lives to be impacted, for you to impact. There's a lot of value you can add to the society. And that's one of the things I love about Printivo. Just to give you some parallel into what we do. I'm not sure how many people are aware of tools like Vistaprint or Mu. You guys know that? Okay. Just imagine Vistaprint. It's basically what Vistaprint does, but we do it in Nigeria or Africa. A lot of the designs you see on Printivo.com, our website, they're actually designed by random people that we've never met, and they make money from it. Creatives that are able to put together amazing, wonderful, beautiful designs. They put together, they upload it to our site, and then customers like Tony come on the website, say they want a business card or a pillowcase or a T-shirt, place the order, and they will give the creative person representing passive income. It has helped a lot of people, students in school, people that actually have the design capability, are working their day job. Maybe they get home, they put up a couple of design, and they create a store. We've been able to add value to the society, and that's what we call the marketplace. If you go to Printivo.com today, each percentage of the designs on there are created by creatives that we've never met, and they make money through us. And what happens then is you create the design. We handle the production, shipping, handling, delivery. But then there's still a section of, the industry that we're not covering yet. Those brick and mortar guys that were existing before us, they're still there. We wanted to, bridge the gap between customers and the brick and mortar stores. But what we've done is we've come and placed ourselves as a competitor. So the next step, which is what we're working on right now, is what we call promo stack. So not just designers are able to make money off us. We're working a lot on, building trust, because when it comes to things like this, you need trust. You need to be able to say your item is going to be delivered in 2 days, 3 days, and it needs to be delivered, right? So what we're working on right now, the project we're working on is, connecting printing vendors, partnering with vendors to list their product on our site. We receive the request, send it to them. They placed, they handle the production, shipping and labeling, and then everybody's happy. We get a cut, they get a cut. And so, yeah, that is basically Printivo. And, over the years, we've been doing this since 2014. It's about 5 years. Over the years, amazing partners that we've worked with. We handle, printing for the likes of Google, Microsoft, Uber. I'm not sure how many people know Jumia, British Council, definitely. And it's been a fun ride. I do this and also in the security space, depending on the time zone you're in. Some will say maybe it's my nights, by the day or by the night, I do Printivo. Also, I didn't mention, I'm based in Canada, and what I do in Canada is mainly information security. I'm not sure how many people know, the dating website called Ashley Madison. They were breached a couple of years ago. And I work with the parent company today, lead the application security team to make sure that doesn't happen again. So yeah, that's the summary about me, what we do at Printivo. And I hope this inspires someone to think about Nigeria or Africa as a whole, how you can, as you're thinking about how you can make money, also think about how you can add value or the potential opportunities out there from that perspective. Yeah, thank you for listening.